Hi friends, welcome to my channel Chic and Savvy, where we talk about all things relating to planning and budgeting. My name is Carissa and today we will be budgeting my paycheck for the 4th week of June. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go to our June tab. All right, so this is the last week of June, which is absolutely crazy. We're basically halfway through the year. Well, we are halfway through the year, not basically. And I feel like it seriously just flew by. I'm in shock. So let's go ahead and review my financial goals for the month of June. So we decided that this month we wanted to have $1,000 in emergency fund, put some extra money towards our debt and towards our house fund. So we still are planning to purchase a house by the end of the year, or sooner. It really just depends mostly on our credit. We are trying to do a few things to get our credit to be higher, so that way we can get a better deal. So how we're gonna do this is goal 1, saving that $1,000 in the emergency fund. And we're gonna do this by prioritizing, keeping money in our savings account, and my neighbor's dogs, of course. They were silent when I started filming and now they're barking, so I'm so sorry. By the end of the month, we're gonna try to hit this goal. We were gonna hit this goal, but then a few things popped up, but we're gonna see where we are at the end of the month. Well, actually after this last paycheck. So we'll kind of review that maybe during our last cash stuffing. We'll kind of see where everything is at and then we'll adjust from there. Our next goal is to pay off debt. We're going to do this by prioritizing, determining which debt we want to pay off. So we did create a debt plan. We determined that by what would affect our credit score the most. And then the third one is our house sinking fund. So selling furniture, using our monthly challenge as extra money, and any leftover cash. So I've actually been doing really well with selling our furniture. And my goal was to look at all of the furniture that we wanted to sell and try to make at least $1,000. And I actually think we're on the track to do that. But the thing that stinks is I've had to use that money for other stuff and not towards our house fund. That really blows, but how I look at it is I needed that money for other things and I'm just glad I had it. I wish we could have used that money for our house, but things in life happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip to our calendar. I loved this calendar design so much. I still haven't decided. Did I decide what I'm going to do for July? I'm going to be working on that kind of stuff today, so you guys can see my setup video, but that'll be coming soon. But I really loved this design, and I get these from LittleBirdieCanada. She has these along with the dashboard that's in my personal planner. I know you guys haven't seen that in a while. I'm going to be bringing that back out and shooting more content with it. But this matches my dashboard in my personal planner. But I just love the colors and the design. It's so cute. So let me go ahead and get my sheets that we need. So we are going to be budgeting for the last paycheck of June, and that is paycheck 4. So we can go ahead and check that off. And it is my paycheck. So it is for the 26th. And the budgeted income is $1,310. So if you've never seen my videos before, what I do is I utilize a calendar and I write out when all of my bills are due and when my pay dates are. I use these paydays little stickers I got from the Aesthetic Dollar. And because me and my husband get paid bi-weekly, we get paid on opposite schedules. So we actually get a paycheck every single week. Sorry guys, I have a cough too. It's going around. So if you see me having to pause the video and like do weird jumps, it's because I'm having a coughing fit. But so we get 4 to 5 paychecks a month, depending on how many weeks. And what I do is I highlight each paycheck in a certain color, and then I highlight the bills that I'm going to pay using that paycheck. So for example, this paycheck 4, is in this darker brown color. So anything in that darker brown color is what I'm going to use with that paycheck. last week was in this purple color, so these bills were paid using that paycheck. So that's how I kind of decide how to split up my bills, and that's just a system that works best for me. And I love using this calendar because it's easy to see and I know exactly what I'm gonna budget my money for the week with. And I determine what I'm gonna pay at the very beginning of the month, so that way I'm ready to go for the rest of the month and it makes it easier on myself. So everything in this dark brown color is what we're going to budget for. So I use a paycheck planner sheet and a cash envelope breakdown sheet. I make these sheets myself on Canva, but you can use a piece of paper. You can find sheets that work for you. It really doesn't matter as long as you're creating a budget. And the only reason I make my own sheets is because I just find it easier so I can manipulate how it looks and how I want it and how I want the boxes to be. I've used a lot of different things and there's a lot of similarities to this out there, but I just like making it for myself. Do it however you feel comfortable. I think the only thing is to start doing it. Start to see where your money is going, start to budget it out and spend within your means. So that way you can start paying off debt and start saving. So right here, our second box is fixed expenses. So fixed expenses are any expenses that you have throughout the month that are a fixed cost and that come out every single month. So this is your mortgage, your rent, your electric bill, your gas bill, your car payment, your phone bill, subscriptions, anything like that is a fixed expense. I put debt in a separate section because I like to track that on its own, but debt would technically be a fixed expense. So I'm gonna go ahead and write out what my expenses are and then we'll budget that number here. So the first one I have on here is a loan, and so that is going to be a debt. So we'll skip that one for now. Discovery is also a loan. Webtoon is a subscription, so we'll go ahead and write that one here. And that is for $11. Cox is a bill for Wi-Fi. So we'll write that here, and that is $80. And then my Verizon bill is $70. And I honestly think that this is the last payment I'll be making towards my phone. I'm pretty sure my phone will be paid off after this, which is really exciting because I'm currently still on my parents' plan and I just pay them for my phone bill. But when my phone is paid off, I think I'm gonna move to my husband's phone plan so that way we can get a better deal. He wants me to upgrade my phone, but I don't know if I really want to because I feel like my phone's fine. The only reason I would upgrade is because I do use it to make videos, but I don't know. It's kind of nice not having a phone bill at the same time. So we'll kind of see how that works out. And then we have Crunchyroll. This is a subscription. And that is also $11. And then now we go into bills for next month, but because these fall before the next time we get paid, we're gonna pay them. So the next one is our Apple Music subscription. And then my Microsoft. I need to find a way to get rid of this. And I've seen some different Groupons that you can just purchase the Microsoft package at one time and then you just have it for life. I think I'm gonna look into doing that because I don't want the subscription anymore. We're trying to eliminate subscriptions by like making them annual or just eliminating them, so that way when we move into our house we won't have as many bills, because our mortgage we're estimating is going to be quite a lot and it's going to take up the majority of our money. So we're trying to cut as much as we can. So I'm gonna have to look into how to get rid of that because I do need it, especially for like Excel and Word. And then we have True West, and that is also a debt. So this is, I think it's 11. Let me look really quick. Perfect. So let's add these up really quick. 11, 80, 70, 11, 19, 11. All right, 202. All right, and then let's put in our debt. So we had our Fed loan, that's my husband's, and that is 53. We have a credit card, and that is 30. And then we have, oops, another credit card, and that is 166. So let's add that up. So we have 53, 30, 66, so 249. Perfect. Okay, so we can put this away for now. So next we are gonna fill out our variable expenses. Variable expenses are also expenses that you have throughout the month, but they can vary in amount because you can manipulate those. So that is groceries, gas, spending money, fund money, anything like that that you kind of budget for, but it's not technically like a bill. So we have my parents. We do live with my parents. We moved in about a year and some change ago, and we do give them money every month. So we're gonna budget $250. And this month is gonna look a little bit different because we did, I'm budgeting to overspend in a few categories, so I'm gonna budget for those a little differently. We also give our moms money. And typically it's $25 each, but this time we're gonna budget $75. And then my husband's spending, he gets 30. And then my spending, we are gonna actually budget $50 for that this time. And then gas, we're gonna budget 50. And eating out, typically we budget 30, but we're gonna budget 50 for this week. And then fun money is usually 30 as well, but we're gonna budget 50. Donations gets 5. And my husband's lunches, he buys lunch at work at a discount price because he works at the hospital. We typically budget 30, but we're gonna do 50. Okay, so let's add these up. We're gonna do 250 plus 75 plus 30 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 5 plus 50. That is 610. Now we're going to calculate how much we're going to put towards, how much we have left towards savings. So savings makes up our sinking funds and our savings challenges. So we're going to take our income, we're going to subtract our fixed expenses, our variable expenses, and our debt. And so we have $249 left over. So typically I would write out all of my sinking funds and all of my savings challenges, but because we are prioritizing certain categories, I'm not going to write them all out. I already know which ones I want to prioritize, and we already determined what we want those to be. So those are the ones I'm going to write out. So these are the categories that we want to put this money towards. So for checking cushion, I always kind of typically do 5. And let's look at our monthly challenge to see how many boxes we have left. I think it's 3, not boxes, how many icons we have left to color in. Right, so we do have 3, so each icon is $5. So we're gonna budget 15. So we're gonna do -5, -15. And then now let's take out our Savopoly and roll the dice. Okay, let me see if you guys can see that. So this is my Savopoly challenge. I get this from LittleBirdieCanada. I love this challenge. It's a year-long challenge, and you save a certain amount depending on what you roll each week. So right now we are at $4, which is right here. So let's go ahead and roll. Oh, we got 10. Okay, so we're here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we hit 24. Let me write that in. And now we can get rid of this. We're gonna be saving $24. Oh. All right, so we have $205 left over. So for 1 month ahead, this is part of our emergency fund, so I want to put some money towards that. So let's do 50. Oh, I put this in the wrong spot. Okay, this is going to be 24 right here. So typically this is our savings challenge, is our $10 challenge. So I'll go ahead and put 10 in there. So we have 145. Let's put 10 in our house fund. 10 in car maintenance. Let's do 15 in haircuts. We'll do 5 in subs. 5 in Christmas. 5 in future family. So I want to keep a little bit of money in the checking account. I don't want to put this all the way down just in case there's like an estimation and I'm off by a number. So we're going to do 90 in travel. Okay, so we have $5 left over. So 249 minus 5. So this should be 244. Let's just double check. So 5 plus 50 plus 10 plus 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 24 plus 15 plus 5 plus 90 plus 5 plus 15. Yep. Okay, so we are all good to go. So we got our savings, we got everything budgeted. So now we can determine what we need to get from the bank. So because I use the cash envelope system, I don't use it for my bills, but I do use it for my sinking funds and my savings challenges and for my wallet. I don't like to use it for my bills just because I find it easier to just have automatic payments and to make the payments myself, because I like the money to just come out of my account when I have the money. I don't like to wait till the due date. We're gonna write down everything that's going into our wallet and to our sinking funds and our savings challenges. So the categories for my wallet are my spending, eating out, fun times, and donations. And I budgeted $50 this week, but I'm only gonna take 10 out to put into my wallet. I'm gonna keep the rest of the money on my personal debit card. And for eating out, I'm gonna take out what we usually take out, which is 30, and keep the rest on our debit card. Same for fun times. And for donations, we're gonna take out the 5. Perfect. And then all of these, except for checking cushion, go into our binders. So let's add this up. So this number minus the 5 for our checking cushion is $239. And then we can add in the wallet amounts. So that's 10 plus 30 plus 30 plus 5. So this should be $314 that we're taking out of the bank. Okay, so now we can determine what denominations we're gonna need to stuff each of these categories. So for my spending, I like to do a $10 bill Eating out gets 30, so we're gonna do a 20 and a 10. Same thing for fun times. Donations is gonna get a 5. 1 month ahead, we're gonna just go ahead and do a $50 bill. Future home is gonna get a 10. Future family is going to get 5. Car maintenance is gonna get 10. Savings is gonna be 10. Saveopoly, let's do a 20 and 4 ones. Monthly, we're gonna do this in increments of 5 for $15. Subscriptions is gonna be a 5. Travel is 90, so we're gonna do a 50 and 2 20s. Christmas, actually, let me change this because I have 60 in cash, so I only need 2 20s. So we're gonna do 3 20s. So 2 4 60. We're gonna eliminate this. 60, 80, 90. 2 4 6 8. Yes, sorry if that's confusing. I already have 3 20s that I'm gonna be putting into here because I had to take some money out, so I'm gonna put that towards it, so I'll just add it into this total. Christmas is gonna get a 5, and haircuts is gonna get a 10 and a 5. Perfect. Okay, so now we can add up what everything is gonna come out to. So we need 4 ones. We need 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 5s. We need 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 10s. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 20s, and 150 and no hundreds. Okay, straighten this out. So for $4, we need $4. 8 times 5 is $40 in 5s, $80 in 10s, 140 in 20s, and a 50. So let's calculate out if that's going to equal our total. So first we'll do quantity. So we need 4, 8, 8, 7, 1. So we're going to have 28 bills in total. And then for the value, we have 4, 40, 80, 140, 50, and that is 314. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get our sticky note to write out what we're going to take to the bank. So we have 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, and a 50. So we need 4 1s, we need 8 5s, 8 10s. We're gonna subtract 3 20s because I have them already. So we need 4 20s, and we need 1 5. So that's 4, 40, 80, 80, 50. So this is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to do 40, 254. Okay. So I already have 3 20s, so I'm not going to write that in here to confuse myself. So I'm just going to do this. And we are all good to go for the week, guys. So our budget is all good. Our bills are going to be paid. I know what I'm going to pay. I know what money I need to take out of the bank, so that way we can stuff our savings, our sinking funds, and our savings challenges. But thank you all for being by my side throughout this journey, and I can't wait to see where life takes us. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, friends.